think I saw a satellite up above my head. Wonder if it's watching. I'm working on this song tonight. Hope it turns out good. Wish that they all could now. Is there anything I could say to you? Let it feel the way that I do. I'll just make it all up, isn't that what you want me to? Underneath the light of another moon now, I think I will go back inside. Amplifiers on, I can see it glowing. I need the electricity. Just a few more words, then I will be home, yeah. Is there anything I can say to you? Let it feel the way that I do. What if I just go give it all away now? Underneath the light of the moon again now, I'm already waving goodbye to another day. Wish that it could stay, but I'm waiting for another one. This is not the end.
Hi, Daniel. I'm Grady.
Hey, Grady.
Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you.
Thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely.
What's been going on?
Just a whole lot of everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You said you're working on new music?
Yeah.
What you got?
I mean, constantly just like,
What you cooking?
I just have a lot of all kinds of stuff. I mean, I probably have 100 songs that I've got demoed right now that I'm just trying to like get through, kind of see what they are, where they fit, if I even like them. I've also deleted a bunch. I don't know. I just spend a lot of time writing and recording on my own. So it's hard to like know if what I'm doing is any good or if it sucks because, I don't really get to show it to anyone.
Yeah.
So I just kind of have to guess. But I've just been making music.
Not deleting, I hope.
I've deleted some.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
I don't know, because I don't want to be in a death metal band, really. I like have this whole death metal album called Crusted Shut. I thought that'd be a good death metal band name.
Yeah.
But and I made the whole record. I didn't do vocals because I thought it might hurt a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I just deleted it. I made the whole thing, mixed it, just got rid of it.
That's kind of cool.
I didn't want it. I just didn't want to.
That's death metal dude.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of how I felt. It was like the passion is there and it's, it will be there. But I think I'll try to put that into more, something that's a little bit more like me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's part of me, I guess.
It is.
But I just, that's not, I'm not Cannibal Corpse. I'm not going to, it would be fun to play death metal. But it wouldn't be like something I would want to do forever, I don't think.
Yeah. It didn't strike you as like, this is a one-off, I'll even just put this out anonymously or something?
Well, yeah, kind of, because I'm always doing that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a fake. It's not fake. It's real, I guess. It's black metal, you know, alter ego, Larry Legion, which was fun for a while. I totally also just like kind of lost the passion for that because it was like, well, I guess I think this is cool, but you know, no one else does really. I don't know. Maybe somebody does. I think someone does.
Who cares?
I don't care.
Yeah.
It's just, I just make so much music, and there's just like, I just want to make sure that it's like something that's good, you know, and because I have made records with people who are awesome, and we've made good music, and we've made good records. So now it's like, what I put out now, can it just be this thing that I did, you know, in the closet or whatever?
Yeah.
Or do I have to always go and make, you know, spend a bunch of money at an awesome studio, which is great, and I would always love to do that. But when you have so much music, it's like, well, I don't have enough money to do that.
Right.
And I think it's just more interesting to kind of record and move on, you know. I mean, I've always been that way about writing and recording. But now it's just like, I have so much. I don't know that anyone will ever hear it.
I think you got to find outlets for it. Like, I'd say give it a name.
Yeah.
Put it out there, whether it like, you know, you feel like it should go directly to your audience or just be anonymous. I think everybody who knows you kind of gets where you're coming from.
Yeah. I mean,
I would at least give it a shot.
I think the first thing I ever did with my name on it was the hexagons, maybe. It was that thing I just recorded with my keyboard in the first apartment I ever lived in Denton when I moved there. And I mean, I just did that and did it in GarageBand and released it. And I mean, you know, it got reviewed around. So, and it got my name out there a little bit. So no one was talking about like, wow, the drum sounds on this are terrible, you know? But you know how you think about these things as someone who has heard a lot of music, you know?
I tend to think like production becomes secondary because if the songs suck, no one will ever talk about.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, there's so many records that have just like the worst like production, but they sound awesome. And I wouldn't want them to be recorded at, you know, Abbey Road or whatever, Electric Lady. You know, if I ever get a chance to record at either of those studios, I'm definitely going to do it. But, you know, for now, I'm having fun, you know, kind of like learning how to record and how to mix and, you know, just all kinds of stuff.
I think that when you get into that space, like you're recording yourself, you're writing everything. It's like your writing's been growing for, you know, what, over 30 years now since you started. And then how long have you been recording yourself?
Since 2009, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like it's a little behind, but I think it'll grow just like anything else will.
Yeah.
You know, just like your songwriting will, just like your ability with your instrument or your voice will. It kind of comes along, and I don't know. I'm here for it.
Yeah. So I could just record an album in my closet and you'd be fine with it as long as the songs were good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for anyone listening, I have folders marked Danzig record, grunge record. I have techno. No, not techno. It's electro record. I have like all these records that I've made, you know, with this idea of the sound, you know, and they kind of sound like those things, but it's just finding the me and all of that is the hard, like, I guess what I'm like trying to do. And maybe I have to write all of these things to get to what I like feel is like representative of like where I'm at or whatever.
Sure.
And, it's a long process, but you know, I don't know. And maybe I will eventually like work on all of those, you know, folders or whatever.
All of them have lyrics, vocals, like
No,
okay.
no, they all need lyrics and vocals,
Okay.
but it wouldn't. I mean, it just takes me going out to the room with the mic and, you know, doing it.
Yeah. I wonder, like, would it work for you if you just said, okay, I have these like 10 different folders or whatever, or however many it is, and take a couple songs from each and like put out your, like, this is my best of mixtape of the year. Like these are all the ones that really hit on something.
Yeah, I have this. I have like so many of ideas like how to release music. Like it's like, well, do I just release like 10 albums in one day? Do I release like a record a month for a year? You know, like I just have so much music, and I don't know that it's all, you know, worth listening to is the thing. A producer
for
would
sure
be
it is.
You know,
yeah.
I just
someone to like filter it through and be like, just be honest with me, tell me if this is good. And,
yeah. I mean, I usually can tell. Like, it doesn't take me long to like realize that something sucks. Like I usually will just like throw it away or just move on. And so I think maybe a lot of those things, I just was like, this is cool, I'm in the moment right now, but then I get away from it and, you know, zoom out and you look back at it, listen to it, and it's just like, yeah, that sounds like Danzig. You know, that doesn't sound like, you know.
But who's making? Is there someone making music like that right now?
No, that's the thing. It's like the rock and roll thing is just not like, the kids don't like rock and roll. You know, like we love it. I mean, we grew up loving it.
Yeah.
But I still love it, and that's like what I will do. I mean, it's just. But I also think it's okay to, you know, broaden your horizons and you know, include other sounds. And I think the heart of it, the heart of rock and roll is still beating. It's the heart of it all is, you know, very rock and roll for me. So it's like I'm coming from like the West Texas guys, like the Buddy Holly, Roy Orbison sound, and going from there. Like that to me is rock and roll, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I see that and then I see blues. It's like, and I love them both, you know, but it all just kind of comes from there. But then everything else, you know, like the electro stuff, like the keyboard, like I want to make a record. I'm working on one now that's just the keyboard and nothing else, like no guitars, just the keyboard sound and my drum machine. So it's all like 1987 plastic, you know, sound, like real sounds, like analog sounds. Like there's nothing digital about it. Like I'm not using any fake anything. And so I'm just trying to tap into something, and I think it's working, and I think I'm getting there.
You mentioned the kids, but like you're sort of making music, I think, it feels more geared toward us.
Right. I'm not making music for kids. I'm just saying, you know, it's like rock and roll. It's like kind of a, you know, people say it's dead or whatever, but I don't care. It's like, I still listen to it.
Not to me.
I still play a guitar. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's like Poison still plays, you know,
right.
They had to live through grunge. I mean, all those 80s bands, you know, they still play. I mean, they probably are, you know, doing better now than they ever were, you know, if they survived it or whatever, but
they are survivors.
They're survivors.
Yeah. So it feels to me like when, you know, when we were playing together, it was an easy way to relate it to someone of like, for me, just be like, oh, well, he wears his influences on his sleeve, man.
Right.
Like if you like 90s rock,
right,
you will like this guy. That it will like take you to that place, you know. And I feel like when we would play with other bands and stuff, people would comment on that. That would be kind of the takeaway. It was like, and you're different from most people I've played with in that way, unless some people play music and really try hard to stylize it to a certain thing. But most everyone else I know they're like a live sort of synthesis of everything they like. And it's almost like they can't control what the end product sounds like. They're just kind of creating or something
that just kind of comes through. It's like it's just like a signal or something.
So is it intentional from your perspective, or do you feel that it's like I just write and that's what comes out, or is it easier for you to write with like within a mold or something?
I usually just have an idea coming to me in my head, and I hear it, and I go out and I pick up a guitar or the keyboard and I just do it. And then, you know, it's probably influenced by everything I've ever heard or watched, seen, experienced or whatever. But and usually I can tell, oh, that is just like, a Caius. I'm playing a Caius riff.
Yeah.
Like I'm writing a Charlie Shafter song. Like it's just like, if I can tell, then I just quit because it's.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, I just won't do it. But if it feels good, like, I've got new music now. It's like it's derivative, but I didn't try to I wasn't consciously making the effort to be like, I'm gonna write like this or this. It's just like that's so in me. That's what I hear. That's what I feel. When I play, and it just comes out that way. I'm not trying to rewrite Seven Nation Army or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a fool's errand. It's just
Right.
like I get ideas in my head, and I get lots of ideas, and it's like my biggest fear is like I will not get the ideas anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I think you answered it, but I was wondering, like, if you start with an idea and go, oh, that sounds like this, is your inclination to steer into it or steer away from it?
Depends on like how close it is, I guess. Like if it's gonna like make me just rewrite that song where it came from, because usually I'll be playing that, I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of different. Like it's kind of different, and then I'll go into the chorus. I'm like, I'm playing the song. Like I'm just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, so, I stop myself. I can't do it.
Where did it all start for you?
I like, as far as music goes.
Yeah.
The first music I remember ever hearing would be like 8-tracks in my grandpa's Cadillac, like Bob Wills, Texas Playboys. All he ever listened to was Bob Wills, and like anything like in that realm, or like Gaithers, like Southern gospel, or it was like Southern gospel and Bob Wills, and then my mom listened to contemporary Christian music all the time, or like pop music. My dad listened to rock and country, a lot of country, and that was like my first exposure, just hearing music, I guess. And then we moved to there was this kid who lived across the street from me. He was like showing me like Def Leppard, like MTV. He would show me MTV, and it almost made sense to me. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like these are bands, and they're on TV, and they're making these little movies or what. It was just I didn't know. And I remember seeing like, the Guns N' Roses video. It was like White Snake. It was 87 or something. Like was very like formative for my music. Just like influenced just the first thing. My mom had Barry Manilow records and Beatles tape. I think that was the first music I really loved too. And then we moved to West Texas, and it was just like a culture shock. I mean, you grow up around Dallas-Fort Worth, and you have everything at your fingertips at all moments. You can go. Six Flags was my brother and I's babysitter in the summer. My mom would drop us off and come back and get us. And Rangers games, and just fun things, big malls, and places to eat. And then you move to West Texas, and there's just like nothing out there. I mean, there's so much out there. It's like a mindset, but I just remember feeling kind of like, well, like it's awfully quiet and I don't know anything. And then I remember we moved in with my grandpa and grandma when we moved out there, because we'd gotten a house and we were gonna rebuild it and do all this stuff. And we were living there for a few months, and they had TV, and I remember finding MTV and just turning it on. And the first couple of videos I remember seeing were like Head Like a Hole and Enjoy the Silence. I remember, Dave Gahan walking through the snow in like the big cape, and he's got the crown. It's just like, this is weird. And like the Head Like a Hole video was just like, what is this? Like, am I being like hypnotized? Like, is this like some kind of like thing, mind control?
Yeah.
But I loved it. I thought it was great. And then I just started getting, into music, buying tapes and stuff. And was just addicted to music, reading magazines. I mean, I wasn't gifted at like athletics, you know, like I'm a runner. I play golf, you know, I like to fish and stuff. But I love baseball. I love baseball and I love playing baseball. But I wasn't good at football or basketball basically. So I was just like, I have to find something. And my grandpa started playing guitar again when he was, you know, older. And he played when he was younger. He played in kind of like a Bob Wills kind of band. He played drums called the Night Owls. They were from Fort Worth.
Awesome.
I have photos of I'll have to show them to you sometime.
Please.
They're great. They're awesome. He looks so cool. He's playing this sick drum set. Anyway, but he started playing and I was like, wow, like what? Like,
Yeah.
what? You can do that, you know? And it just unlocked everything inside of me. I mean, that was it, you know? And then he showed me how to play. He showed me all the chords in first position, you know, all the cowboy chords I still play. That's all I play now.
Yeah.
And he showed me that. And I'd go over to his house, you know, a couple times a week. And we'd just sit there and play. Or, you know, he'd show me, you know, he'd play Faded Love a lot. And just all these awesome songs that are, you know, wonderful. And for my birthday, he got me a guitar. Him and my grandma got me a guitar. And I just loved it. And I started going to lessons in Sweetwater. My mom found a guy, and we'd go, I think it was Tuesday nights, we'd go over there and just, I think 30-minute lessons. And he just had like the Hal Leonard book. And we started with, you know, one line of play this, you know, and then you green sleeves, and then you were like Eleanor Rigby. You get to these like cool Beatles tunes. And that was it, man. I mean, I was just obsessed with the guitar and music, and I mean, I still am. I still feel exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And that was it. I mean, it was just, that was my thing. I was like the only kid in my town that played guitar. There was a kid in Roby, which was 10 miles away, and he played. And we, you know, I didn't know that till high school. And, you know, we get together and just play, you know, all of our favorite Metallica riffs or whatever. And that was kind of cool. But I didn't have a band. So I've always kind of been like, you know, on my own doing this music thing.
Yeah.
Just necessity, you know. And I guess I still kind of am. And maybe I enjoy that. But I also just like having a band and, you know, playing live shows. But I do that too. So
Yeah. Did that lead you? So did you go to South Plains?
I did.
Right out of high school?
I did. I went to South Plains College. I did sound technology there for a year. I messed around, went to school in Snyder, went to Texas Tech for a while. But after I graduated Tech, I was like, I want to go back to SPC. I want to learn more about music. And I went out and did commercial music and just learned a lot about like music business and, you know, playing with people and relationships. And I met so many great people. I mean, the players that were there were just insane. I mean, I have a buddy, Craig Smith, who there was a contingency of people who'd come over from Australia. He was actually from Scotland, but I was just like, all these people and their funny accents, you know, they're just shredders. They're just playing circles around me, but we're all like best friends. You know, it was just like kind of a cool deal. It was just a cool place, but I learned more about how to play with other people because I'd never played in a band before.
Were you in like music classes?
I was in music class. Well, it wasn't like theory. You know, there's theory classes. I was in like a songwriting class, and I have to think like this is before like I started making records. Like it all just kind of is a blur to me. But that's like I started, you know, writing when I was like 23 or so, and that was kind of around when I went to SPC.
Okay.
And I was more just kind of interested in the music business, and you know, that theory or whatever. I was like, I could play.
You knew you wanted to be involved with music.
Yeah, for sure. I did take a lesson, but we just talked about, you know, Frank Zappa or whatever for an hour every week. Anyway, it was great.
And so you start writing like 23.
Yeah, I was 23.
That seems a little late for
I know.
me. Like,
well, I had Well, I mean, yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd been playing guitar since I was 11, so I had the musical background to do it. I just had never had the guts to write a song,
Yeah.
to sing. It was all, I'm just gonna learn everybody else's stuff. But then it was like, well, I started getting into like Whiskey Town and alt country and stuff like that.
There's something about that music that like seems approachable somehow.
It does. It's like it feels like it's in a way that like anybody could do it or something.
And that's not talking shit about it. I'm not saying it's easy or whatever, but maybe there's something in that music that just is like, you can do this or play me or learn this song or something like that.
It's just, I mean, it's just like the basic, it's the root of it all. I mean, it's just a good song, it's very much just that. It's not country. I don't think it's country music.
No.
I think it's just rock music. And I think at the time I discovered all that stuff, Whiskey Town, I was just like, my mind was saturated with rock. I've been just rock metal forever. I'm back there now. I've given my life and heart back to rock and roll, but recommitted my soul. But yeah, it was just like I was going to SPC and I'd gotten an acoustic guitar, for like my graduation present, and I just wanted to write songs, and it was just very easy to like mimic that, to kind of like that style. It was like, well, it's just Neil Young. I mean, that's all it is. It's just Neil Young. It's like chords and like great lyrics and melodies and just basic songs, So I kind of transitioned into, the alt country world in a weird way. And that took me all over, all kinds of crazy places.
Does that land you in a band?
Yeah, it was my first band ever.
Yeah.
When I was at South Plains College, I met Zach Davis and this guy named Cody Martin, and they lived together in a little trailer outside of Levelland, a little place called Opie West. And like, we're like, well, we should play music. We just started hanging out in the hallways, outside during breaks or whatever. And we're just like, we should just like try to jam sometime. And so we did. And there was another guy named Jeremy who played with us. He was definitely a rocker, like awesome guitar player, rocker guy, but wasn't really kind of the vibe we were going for. So we just ended up doing it as a 3-piece, and we changed members. But me and Zach were kind of the root of that whole thing, and we started to call ourselves Waiting to Derail, which was a Whiskey Town song off of the album Stranger's Almanac. We were like obsessed with Stranger's Almanac, it's like Nevermind or something for us at the time.
Sure.
And we started playing around Lubbock, we played just wherever we could. We played this little place in Justisburg called Jesse Jane's, which is not there anymore. South of Post there, out on 84. I don't know if you've ever been there or played there. If you ever got to, it was great. It was just so fun. But we just, we played around, and we played a show with the Thrift Store Cowboys in Lubbock, and they were kind of like the top band in town. I mean, they were cool. They were just like cool, and their music was just cool and different, and we were really into what they were doing. And so we played like one show, and we were all just like best friends. Like I don't remember. There's like my life before and after like that show. Like we were just best friends. Like we went to my house afterwards and partied. It was great. We had a great time. But they're still, really great friends of mine, and like, they're still a giant influence on my life. Their music was a huge influence on me, just because they were kind of drawing from like the Southwestern perspective and like spaghetti Western kind of guitars. And, Daniel had a cool voice. I mean, he has a cool voice. He's a great singer. He's best singer I've ever known. But, Amanda Shires up there playing the fiddle. I mean, they're just so cool. Like Colt Miller had a pink Stratocaster, his brother Clint playing the bass, jumping around, playing the whole time. And it just, they had a cool energy, and we kind of like latched on, and we just all kind of started playing shows. And then we started kind of getting like a reputation in town for being a good band, and we went on tour with them and Rodney Parker. I guess somewhere in there, like Wait Until You Rail broke up, and I named my demos One Wolf because there was a Mexican food place on 19th Street called Lone Wolf that was open 24 hours a day. And we would go there after our gigs, at Whiskey Dick's on 4th Street on Wednesdays and get, a bag of 50-cent tacos. And it was awesome. It was great. But the sign was a neon sign, Lone Wolf. And someone, I guess, had broken off the L and it just had One Wolf. I just thought it was funny.
Hell yeah.
So we became One Wolf. I made a record in Riverside, California with a guy named Jason Martin, who's his band is Starflyer 59. And that was really, really cool. That was like a dream come true for me. Incredible experience. Record's cool. I still think it's great. I still play a lot of those songs. And then we played around and kind of stopped doing that in 2010 or whatever. It just kind of fell apart. Everybody was just kind of we were all covered in static electricity for a while, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I had to get out of Lubbock, and so I moved to Denton. I'd met you. Do you remember how we met?
In Lubbock, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess RTB2 playing at Bash
played
Rip
at
Rocks.
Bash's, yeah. You stayed at my house.
Yeah, was it just our two bands?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it was just our two bands.
And we open or I can't remember.
I don't think so. No, I think we played first.
Okay.
And then y'all played. Then we hung out at my house afterwards. That
Yeah.
was fun. So we had a history kind of. We'd hung out a few times. You stayed at my house one time going to Colorado on a recording trip or something.
Right. Yeah. So exactly that.
So anyway, I was looking to move, and you're like, come to Denton. And so I came to Denton.
Were you already playing with Charlie and those guys then?
No, I'd come to Denton just to kind of look at it, just to kind of feel it out. I saw Charlie and Starfire that night at Dan's, and they were like, "You thinking about moving here?" I was like, "Well, I don't know, maybe." And like, we should come be in our band. I was like, "Well, I guess I'll move here then."
Yeah. Guess I got a job.
And so, a month later, I was living on Austin Street, and it was cool.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I like knew that that's how that fell. All I know is, when I heard that that Gabe was leaving their band.
Uh-huh.
I knew I'd seen them and liked them and been like, well, I want to play with them.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't, I guess, until same deal. Like, I feel like we met up at Dan's, definitely Charlie and Starfire, but maybe, and I think you came as well at some point, and we like hung out and were, just a very like, felt like a test out the hang kind of thing,
Yeah.
And
I think you passed the test.
I guess so.
You aced the hang.
I got the gig, and then next thing I know, we're like riding in a van out to the Blue Light.
Yep. Yeah.
And they give me remember Starfire gave me like a thumb drive.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 16 songs on it, and then like I think we got to sound check and maybe we went to the Golden Light first.
Yeah.
And then like sound check at Blue Light was like, oh, we got to play this. Oh, we got to play this. It was like getting a bunch of stuff thrown at me.
I remember that.
And then during the show even was Charlie going, oh, we got to, follow along. So wild,
I think you crushed it though. I remember it being just fine. I mean, and I think the Blue Light was the next night.
Yeah.
And I think you were feeling better about it.
Yeah. I remember I feel like the Golden Light in Amarillo being like kind of what I was expecting and what maybe we had rehearsed. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think we had rehearsed or something a little bit though.
I feel like we did.
Like maybe just a quick run through maybe the day before. And then
surely we did.
Or that week. I would think so.
Yeah.
And then that kind of went, how I thought it was going to. And then it was maybe once we got to the blue light in Lubbock and we're setting up, it was Charlie had a kind of a hit, I guess, that was Not My Girl, and was like, oh, I have to play this tonight. And I don't even remember. I feel like smartphones were just barely a thing, and so it was like,
yeah.
And so it was like, it felt like old school band practice of like, we're gonna teach you this song. Like I think I played it that night, still having not really heard it.
Yeah.
And then there were other things.
I do remember this
in that show, like covers and stuff that had not been like previously brought up, but I was like, okay, I kind of know that,
right?
So I remember that one as being more like off the cuff and you know, like by the seat of my pants, and that's sort of how a lot of the rest of that felt for a little while.
There was a lot of big eyes. I think there was a lot of like, I was looking at you a lot. Like, yeah. I think it was fine. I mean, I don't remember it being a train wreck or anything.
No, I don't think it would have lasted. And there's something about, I like that kind of stuff anyway.
That seems like very much your wheelhouse anyways. I mean, you could just like, you could play the drums.
We all like, it fell in really nicely. I think everyone, I think from seeing Charlie and those guys, I knew I wanted to play with them, and then when it came together, it just kind of clicked and was like, oh yeah, this is kind of exactly how I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And
it felt like it just made sense pretty quickly.
Had you played bass in a band before that?
Not really.
Okay.
No, I played with Thrift Store on a couple of tours because it would be like, well, Clint can't go or Colt can't go, so can you play the bass or can you play the guitar? I'm like, yeah, I can. So that was kind of like my first experience playing bass with a band, I didn't do all the jumping, but I played fine, I'm sure. But I like to play the bass. It's like the most fun, I think.
Yeah. You got a good like instincts for it.
I just love the bass. Like all my favorite bands have cool bass players, Eric Avery, just Smashing Pumpkins bass lines, Black Sabbath, like the bass lines. They're just like Danzig,
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I love like bass driven, stuff. So that's what I'm probably listening to is the bass. I don't know why.
That's cool. And then we decide at some point during that, like early on, that you want to make a record and that we're going to like record it at my house.
I had been writing songs in my apartment on Austin Street for, I guess, a year, since I lived in Denton about a year, I guess.
I think you must have given me a demo.
I gave you a CD. I laid it on your coffee table. Yeah. And I said, I put a CD of songs on your coffee table. And then I think we started recording pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that record was Daniel Markham Ruined My Life.
It's sort of, I remember it falling together pretty, like we worked quickly, which is the way
seemed
I like
like there was we had like several sessions or something. Like it was like kind of spread out a little bit. But we did, I mean, it didn't take us very long, maybe 5-6 months all total.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of just doing it on the fly at your place.
Yeah.
And I think it worked out really great. I mean,
still proud of it.
Yeah, I love it.
I like going to the blue light, and like seems like every time I'm there it comes on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it seems like people really dug that record. I think you wear a Dracula cape on a cover of an album, and it just it seems like I'm gonna like that. And then the music is cool,
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of cool stuff on that record.
Yeah.
With like minimalistic kind of like the keyboard stuff, like the drum beat from the key. I mean, we were adventurous.
Yeah. It's kind of, it seemed like everything we started had a little bit of almost I've never done this before.
Right. And that's
like, let's try that.
That's what I always want to do. I mean, with every time I record, I don't want to just go in with a band and here's the chart, like you're going to go to Spencer after this and have your chicken fried steak or whatever. I don't know. Spencer, that's a record store. Sorry. But you know what I mean? It's
Sizzler?
just like Sizzler. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go to Sizzler after that. Bob's coming. We got coffee back there about, yes, sir. Anyway, That's what I think the Nashville sessions are like. I just see these old guys and they bring in their stuff, they nail it right off the bat, and then they just sit there for the rest of the time talking about nailing it with someone else back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like to get weird, you know? I like to run everything through my pedals. That's probably not that weird, but
We had a good, like, I think, we did a couple band records after that. I think all those, like, really went well, too.
yeah. The Pretty Bitchin' was cool. We just kind of did it all and kind of was in a house.
JC's house.
We did Disintegrator, which I think rules. I think that's probably the best sounding record I've ever made. It's like
with Britain,
combining like Britain and like JC's stuff. I mean, it was just like perfect getting to use those two studios, Ramble Creek and Echo Lab. It's like, I don't know if this is right, but we're going to do it. You know what I mean?
It turned out really well.
Yeah.
Agreed. It was like nice, kind of get the best of what JC could do with the live band cutting at the Echo Lab, and then take that, and let Britton do his thing with it. And
kind of finishing it there with him and me was cool.
Yeah.
Because like I'd worked with him on the One Wolf 2 record, and that was awesome. I mean, that was great. I love him, and his studio is so cool. And we just really get along, and we, he will tell me if something sucks. And so we just finished it there, and it's just like kind of this magical record.
Yeah.
I'm sold out of them, so
turned out well.
Yeah. I take that as a good sign. I don't know.
And so, it seems like from there, I know we were going to do, we did Hyperspeed back at JC's place, which was, I remember playing on, was it again, like me, was it still full band?
No, it was just you and me. We did this, like
that's right.
The track, like the track, just to get your track, and then I played pretty much everything else except for pretty much everything else.
Scotty maybe or something.
Scotty played on it, yeah. I think Tony
keyboards.
played bass on it a little.
Okay.
Ryan wasn't on. I don't know why I didn't get him to play on it.
Was it
mad at myself for that.
I remember it was cold.
Who?
Cold.
Oh yeah, it was cold.
Like, because it was it was like a garage at the end of the house.
Yeah.
And 3 of the walls, exposed.
Yeah, it was cold. And all the songs were like 2 minutes long.
Yeah, that one turned out great though.
Yeah,
that was like, again. And then I remember it seemed like for Burnout, you were gonna, like, we got together and you were gonna like show me. You'd been working on the drums, but I kind of knew, since you had said you'd been practicing drums, I was like,
he's going to do it.
Yeah. So it was like, we got together, and I think I had demos, and I'd listened to them and kind of like mapped them out for myself. And then we got together, and I was kind of like, well, show me what you think. And I was like, remember sitting with JC and being like, we should just make the drum set sound like, if he's hitting the ride cymbal too hard, let's just find one that sounds good with him, wailing on it, and then and so it was like, let's just make it like build the drum set where it sounds natural, like it's yours,
like caveman drums, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, like the 16-inch hi-hats, just like sizzle, like just I mean.
So if you lay into everything,
meat and potatoes.
Sounds good.
Like the drums on that are just meat and potatoes, because I'm not a great drummer, but I can play, to a click.
And that record's all you, right?
All of it, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that again,
I think that one's cool because it's like a departure, kind of. I mean, but it still sounds like me, I guess. But
for sure,
it's just like a little more hard rock,
kind of the most you,
riffy. It probably is the most me. Yeah, it probably really is. And I think maybe that kind of unlocks something. Like, that was kind of like where I was returning, like kind of getting away from the alt country thing. Just kind of like lost interest in that sound or whatever. It kind of, giving my heart back to heavy metal, as I said, and
your soul.
Yeah, probably where one goes. So I just I'm in the, rock world again, and it's great. I'm loving it.
Never turning back.
Never turning back. Yeah.
Okay.
I did, let's see, after Burnout, I did Nightlight with Charlie Stout. We recorded a quiet record
in Turkey.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was kind of cool. I'd written those songs in like 2 days and was like, hey man, can we record these? And I think I was in Turkey 2 days later, and it was like a week-long process of Nightlight. It's called Nightlight. And I think there's like some really great songs on there. It was just kind of in the middle of when everyone was asleep, and like the world was just very, quiet.
Yeah.
So it felt like a good time to make a quiet record.
Remote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live kind of a remote life, I'm just like always remote, living in the country, but I like it. It's just, it makes sense. I like the dark. I like the quiet. I like making loud music in that environment. I read an interview with Aphex Twin, and he was talking about how he records, and he lives out in the middle of nowhere. This was when I was a teenager, and he's just like playing all of this like ungodly loud, music and recording it, but there's no one out there to know it. And I always thought that was so cool, just to make like this crazy music out in this place. It's like if anyone out there knew what I was doing, they would think I was crazy, So,
are you far enough away from neighbors and stuff like that?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not playing loud at all. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to play super loud. I mean, I just record most of the time, and I track all my drums with a little drum machine through an amp, so it's not loud. I never get loud. I think probably listening back to the mixes, I'll crank it, but it's not loud. I wish if I had a band, that'd be cool. Then I could really upset my neighbors, but they're kind of all far away anyway. So,
are you in like where are you working? In your bedroom?
Actually, right now I have a setup there. There's a little room on the house that I guess somebody used to use it for a coffee room, and it's got like these little benches around, and it's all wood in there. Like the walls and the ceiling has like, the tiles that are really, they absorb sound, and there's like carpet on the floor, and it's kind of perfect. Like the vocal sound in there I've gotten have been great. Like I just started doing this a week ago, so I was like, I gotta redo all that stuff I sent you. But I use that, just kind of for everything. This little room now. I was recording in a bedroom, and it sounds fine. But this little room now is pretty cool. I try to just do everything in there. It just kind of has a vibe,
Yeah.
The wood sounds great. It's just like tone, I mean, it's kind of dead in a way, but it's also got just like this little something to it. I don't know.
Some spaces to me just like cry out to like make music.
This is the one. I
here.
set my mics up in there. It's like, well, this has always been a recording, like a vocal booth. Like this is it. I mean,
Yeah.
So it's very cool. And I put blinds up yesterday on the door because the sun comes in and it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a very small space. I'll show you pictures of it. But
You say coffee room?
coffee room. They had this little iron table set up, and you could barely get in. These people must have been little bitty. I mean, this is probably the 60s or whatever, but this is iron coffee table, which I had to take 6 bolts out. I was bolted into the floor. I had to pull it up, put the carpet back. Anyway, process. It's beautiful. Love it. But it's just this little room where they would get and sit on their little benches, I guess, and have coffee. And just this little room. It's got a door, and there's like no way out. It's kind of weird.
Is it separate from anything else?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just its own little room. I have been using it to put my records in there because it's, the climate is always pretty okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't get too hot, doesn't get too cold, just kind of stays nice. But I love recording in there. It's kind of magic. I kind of want to get like a lava lamp and, vibe it out.
Oh yeah.
Get like a, one of those star things.
Yeah, the projector.
I'm not gonna do it. But
You should.
maybe I'll put a poster up. I'll put my Eddie Van Halen poster up.
Why does lava lamp always mean vibe? I just think that's
I don't know,
but
man.
I agree. But it
It's just low light.
it is right though.
It is right. Yeah. It's vibey. I mean, I like lava lamps. I think they're cool.
There too.
Yeah, maybe twinkle lights. I'll put some twinkle lights. That's more my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to have the room be lit by twinkle lights.
Yeah,
it's kind of my vibe.
There's something about darkness too. I don't
like lots of light. I never turn the lights on.
We're like I don't know. I can think about certain records, like when they sound real dark, and then like you'll see a photo, like a Pink Floyd record.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're like, hear the record, and I feel like it starts like, you know, in space, and there's like nothing, like nothingness or something, and you see like a photo or video of them recording, and it's, you know, all lit up, and I'm like,
yeah.
what? How the hell did they even make that happen?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's like
weren't you vibing? You know, where's your lava lamp? Aren't you Pink Floyd?
Right.
Like, you missed it, man.
Yeah. Well,
the record ended up great.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah.
Not because of the vibe.
But I've also seen like the footage from like the Dark Side sessions where, you know, they have the camera on the train, you know, and it's like going by David Gilmour's playing like the time solo. Have you seen this? Yeah. The Pompeii movie. It's like part of that movie. It's crazy. They're just in Abbey Road, just making Dark Side of the Moon.
That shit with Roger.
With the gong?
No, the like the synth when he's doing the like on the run thing, and like I don't know. I guess he at some point kind of loses control of it. It gets a little too wild, and he's like, just back it up. I'll do it, you know. And he's like, it's like a little. I don't know. I like the little interaction that they have there, but yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, Live at Pompeii is one of the coolest things ever.
Blew my mind.
But just the studio stuff from that movie, and they're making Dark Side, you know. And some of it looks kind of dark. And there's a scene, I think, the Shine On You Crazy Diamond, he was using like a bandmaster for the solo. They wanted it like loud. And so it's like in this giant room. Have you seen that?
I don't think I have.
And so he's playing it, and they just have like all these room mics like far away. And it's just like, you know, it's Shine On You Crazy Diamond. You know? Yeah. But it's just this big bandmaster, like giant refrigerator Fender amplifier. And it looked kind of dark. But then, you know, you're right. You see the studio, and they're just hanging out, and
it looks like antiseptic. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's not vibey. I think the vibe was all in their minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's sound pictures.
Yeah.
Well, so what are you working toward? What's gonna, like, are you gonna create something in that room and deliver it to the world?
I'd like to. I mean, I'm working on I think I'm right now working on some cool stuff. I'm on track to release something. It might not just be one thing, you know, it might be a lot of things. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm kind of in a place where, well, it's really all I can do right now. I'd like to play, you know, new music. I kind of want to write these songs to be able to play a bunch of new music, you know, kind of not so much reinvent, but just kind of like reintroduce myself like to the world with music, you know.
Still got the band going.
Yeah. We've been, we played Alice in Chains cover set the other day. It was great.
Yeah.
It was wild because
saw some video.
Ryan Thomas Becker, who we all love, he was using the dude's giant Marshall.
I saw that.
I don't think he's ever played a high gain amp before in his life, you know, and so he's trying to figure it out, and it was just this crazy experience. So there was so much newness and discovery happening, and me and Zach had been rehearsing in Weatherford, you know, because we all live out in the country, and it's, you know, it takes forever to get here, but so we just got together out there and practiced a few times together, locked it in, and showed up to the double wide for the show in full faith that Eric Nicholson and Ryan Becker would know their stuff, and they do.
Yeah.
And that's why I trust them and I love them, and so I wasn't really scared at all. I was just like, I wonder how it's gonna go. And so we get there, and Eric is also playing through the dude's giant bass rig. I'm like, well, this is perfect. I mean, we've got the firepower for sure. I had my 5150, and David Wilson was running sound, which was great. It was like awesome to see him again. And
great dude.
Great sound guy, and just like a cool MC.
Yeah.
But so the first time I heard us doing Alice in Chains was on stage at the show, and it was great. I mean, it was just perfect. I thought it was great. You know, everybody's got like, well, this could be. I was like, no, it was great. I loved it. It was perfect. It was just, we're just playing these great songs. I mean, you played them how you play them, and
I always want to like. I try to not start with what went wrong.
No,
because
nothing went wrong.
That's like, but that's everyone's tendency.
Yeah,
is to go, I wish I had, and it's like, give me a minute. For us to like, let's just talk about what went right, and maybe if we're gonna do it again, I'll go, hey, maybe you should have done this or that.
I think for my band, all of you people, it's like we can't talk to each other for an hour after the show. Like no talking for an hour, because we'll just be like, man, but who cares? Like,
I've heard about that. Like big, professional touring bands are you do not talk about the show.
Yeah, it's no point
afterward.
There's no point.
Yeah,
that's
nothing
what
good
happened.
can come from it.
Like it happened, you can't change it. It's not gonna. You're only gonna bring people down. You're only gonna upset yourself.
Yeah,
it's like that show was great. We played great. Like you're awesome. You always play awesome. If you screwed up, so what? I didn't hear anybody mess up at all. I have all the videos of us, doing all the songs. They're all great. It's just like we ruled. We totally crushed it. I couldn't believe it. But it's just hearing it for the first time with bass and a guitar. I just kept looking at Zach being like, yes, like, dude, yes. I mean, this is great. And it was like Blake and Nick from Power Trip were there, and they were both just like, and I was like, awesome. Well, that makes me feel so good. It's like, they're like metal, royalty in my eyes. And there's, but anyway.
Oh man, that show that we did at the like ill-advised show that we did at Cicada.
Okay.
That like kind of got
with
snowed
with Luke when when we shouldn't have done that show.
Yeah.
I was already on my way.
Yeah.
I was like,
Zach,
y'all aren't gonna pull out because like we're on our way. I'm sorry.
You and Zach were right. Yeah. That was like so it was for people who weren't there, which is everybody except I could name everyone who was there.
Yeah.
We had this show. It was like early January, I think, of this year.
Yeah.
And we got hit with a snowstorm.
It was worse in Denton than it was in Fort Worth. I will say that. It was pretty dry in Fort Worth.
And so it was like this. It was this game of chicken to like cancel it because no one wants to be that person,
right?
To go like, oh, we shouldn't do this. Not only is it unsafe for all of us to drive there, but no one else is going to show up and make it worthwhile.
Right.
And then the guys from West Texas who have to drive in, you and Zach.
We had already started. We were already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was.
And we were in drier situation. I mean, it was drier down
out west.
Yeah. Or just down like south of Denton.
But even the guy, there was a guy supposed to come from Dallas who also pulled out.
That's why you played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ended up playing. But like watching your band with Zach was like as close as I'm ever going to come to like seeing, I guess myself play music or something.
Yeah.
It was really, really weird and really cool of being like, I've only ever experienced this from behind the drums.
Right.
And usually in that situation, it means your guitar is here, Ryan's guitar is here. And then the bass is like, right here. So like to sit out front
and hear it from the
and hear all the pieces, hear Zach, who I love, who I've tried to play a bunch of his parts, to watch him play a bunch of my parts is really weird. and awesome.
Right.
And then to hear you and Ryan and your guitars and be going, oh shit, that's Daniel. Oh, that's Ryan. Because to me, you guys, your backs are always to me.
Right.
I'm just hearing these. I know, like seeing every one of those parts, I know what all of them are.
Right.
But it's all about like which hands.
Perspective.
And noticing how much you guys really do that. Kind of the Stones thing, I guess, or whatever. It's like lead and rhythm sort of get tossed around, and it's not even so much about, you know, who's playing a specific role,
Right.
so much as who's playing a specific part.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
funny because we don't even think about it. You
Right.
know? It's like we're not even trying to do that.
Yeah.
It's just we've always been able to play together really well, I think, you know?
Yeah.
And it's cool that you could see that. I'm sure it must have been strange.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was, like I said, I guess I like relate it to the part in like Tom Sawyer where he's at his own funeral or something, although I didn't die, or no one was like lamenting that I wasn't on stage with you guys.
Right.
But it was just a weird thing to be like,
right.
this, I feel like I'm watching our band,
Right.
you know, it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Like if anyone has the opportunity to see your band do it, it's fucking wild.
Yeah.
A really cool experience.
That's interesting. It'd be like me watching someone else play my songs and sing them, I think, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be weird.
Yeah. Or like whatever the other things that we've done, you know, like the Neil Young set or the Big Star set or something. It's like if you just saw someone else coming in. But again, it's like Zach, you know, similar like ability or instincts to me. You know, he's a different person, but like I think we both have we have similar approach.
Different drummers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so it's like, I mean, I know the difference. He knows the difference in the way that he and I play them. And I've gotten to see Tugboat play it. But something with Zach, I think it was a little like, it was definitely closer to the way I approach it.
Well.
And I don't know.
Because maybe me and Zach, like, we started playing music together. Like he and I, like, this is like a continuation, I think, of our band that we started. And that's why I think it's great. And it makes me so happy that I can play with him because he's in like this, he's doing great and I love him very much. And it's wonderful to have him back in my life. And it's awesome to get to play music. And he's just like so fired up about it. But maybe it's weird because you learned the parts that Zach played, you know, and like, now he's playing those parts. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like you played my music because you had to learn the parts that Zach played.
Yeah.
And then that probably informed how you played with me, you know,
right.
moving forward.
Right.
And so you're kind of like playing the style that it's
right.
And then he played all the stuff that you anyways, so
it's like a continuation to really
y'all guys should just be friends. And
I mean, I feel like we are.
No, you are. I'm just I say this about everyone.
So that's exciting. I hope you guys, do you think any of, I guess, yeah, I know you're doing the Alice in Chains show again. Does that have a name?
You know, Nick called this Sludge Factory.
Okay.
But there's like every Alice in Chains cover band is called Sludge Factory.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll call it Sludge Factory.
Have you thought of any bad Alice in Chains cover band names?
No, if we were from Dallas, of course it would be Dallas in Chains, but
I like that. That's pretty bad.
I'm not from Dallas.
About Men in the Box.
Men in the Box is good. It probably is a thing. I mean, you could look them up and it's like there's definitely been some Men in the Box.
Jesus Christ Posers.
That's Soundgarden.
Oh, it is. I was just searching for
yes, you're in the grunge.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, what about
Soundgarden cover band? You can have that.
Yeah.
You can just have that.
Yeah. Good luck
if you want.
Good luck playing any of those.
Yeah.
songs.
Good luck singing it.
Yeah. Good. I won't be there.
Let's do Them Bones.
I mean, yeah, those are like
Them Boners.
Them Boners.
Alice in Gainesville.
Oh yeah. See, closer.
Right band. I like that.
closer.
Dallas in Chains.
It's tough. Yeah. If I was from Dallas, I'd say Dallas in Chains, but I'm not gonna. You could be in that band.
Because I'm from Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm starting my...
Zach,
yeah.
I'm getting Grady. Yeah.
Yeah,
Grady.
we're called Dallas in Chains now. And he's Dallas.
Right. Yeah. He's Dallas. I don't know. What if we just changed our name like every time we did it? Because I don't know. I mean, it would be fun to do this on the reg, just to like, because those songs are fun for me to play. Honestly, I love playing them.
Sludge Factory is a fine name.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I think we'll continue it because we're not, trying to brand ourselves and yet. Anyways.
Yeah, it's just a fun thing.
Yeah.
Will y'all play any new music of yours, or it would be kind of
probably not?
Yeah.
I have this like, I don't know. Like I wanna like learn a bunch of new songs and play them, but I'm not there yet. But I would like to have the ammo when I am ready. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I definitely want to play more and play more of my own music. Because I do a lot of gigs that are just you're filling time with covers or whatever. I mean, those are great, and I'm very happy to have them. But what you want to do is play your own music, for people.
Yeah.
Because I think it's good, and that's all I want to do.
It's what you do, man.
Yeah, it's what I do.
Awesome. Well, keep doing it, man. Thanks so much for coming by.
Absolutely.
Hanging out with me.
And if you want to play drums with me, still, you can.
Okay.
It's not like
Can make some plans.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
Yep.
Funny that you asked. I am doing fine. Just forgot to laugh. Guess the joke's on me. Play me something fast. Play me something fine. I want hard rock and roll tonight. Heavy metal. Guess I'm not like most people that I know. Never sold my soul. Haven't had to yet. That is all I'll say. This is all I know. I want hard rock and roll tonight. Heavy metal. Need a break from the country life. I can't handle anything you're selling me tonight. Put my headphones on and let my ears bleed till the morning light. This I swear is the truth. Only rock and roll will do, and I guess heavy metal too. Clean the needle off, put a record on. I've got one request, I think that you know. Hard rock and roll tonight, heavy metal. Far away from the city's light, I can't handle anything but the best tonight. Lay it on me. Funny that you asked. I am doing fine. Just forgot to laugh, to laugh.
Thanks for watching this episode of Highland Soundtracks. If you believe in what we're doing, showcasing local and national artists, please subscribe to our channel and help keep the music alive.